Hello, welcome to Channel B. Today I am in the Asics shop. I think I'm going with Asics because apparently that's how the Americans pronounce it. Apparently. So this is Alex who's going to help me, and I do quite a lot of running every week, and apparently here they're going to look at my feet. This is the latest technology. They can look at my feet and work out how I run and get the best out of the trainer. Is that right? That's right. Is it to stop injury or so I become more efficient runner, or both?
A bit of both. Mainly, basically, this is the only machine in the country. Exclusive to this store, probably the only other one's probably in Japan.
Okay.
So it's just going to work out the exact dimensions of your feet down to the very last decimal millimeter, what sort of structure you've got in the feet, and that will just enable us to sort of put you into a category of shoe and hopefully just aid what you're doing right now and sort of prevent injury as well. And
I'll end up probably winning the London Marathon.
I doubt it.
Hey! Need confidence from my sponsors. What a handsome foot.
We've got the metric measurements of the feet down to very last millimeter. So a slightly flatter foot will more or less colour in most of the inside of this outline of the foot. You can see you've got decent curvature there, probably not quite a high arch. It's actually said that towards the lower end of the scale. Someone with really high arches, this mid part of the foot will be near enough thin or almost invisible. So I'd probably say with yourself, just go start with maybe a mild structured shoe. Something that would just sort of recenter all your weight and sort of take the weight, especially on this left side, slightly off the medial side. And in time, it probably will relieve, if you have had any knee problems related to the running, it will probably relieve that, and also the Achilles problem as well. This really gets it spot on now. This is a little bit more specific. We've gone from the results that we've got there, just going to put into practice, and I actually just want to see what's going on now. So. It's going to start off as a walk and it will gradually increase up. So this is a totally neutral shoe, absolutely structureless. Got very sort of low stability qualities to it, really flexible. So any true tendencies you've got, this is really going to highlight it now. So you'll see the right side. You're going to strike down on the outside. A lot of people will see their shoes worn on the outside and say, I always roll that way. It's actually the other way around. You strike down constantly there, and then you have to naturally rotate in to become flat. Now, because of the momentum and speed you've got dropping from there, you're going to be more inclined now to rock right across. So you're going to see, once it becomes flat, your weight's going to drop to the inside there. This hill's starting to lift from that side. So we really want to, ideally want to recenter all that weight, get that heel totally flat, and get this heel angle, which is something probably like that. A little bit straighter, so you just need to prop it back that way. That ideally is what you want, more or less. That's a totally neutral angle. Keeping everything nice and upright, the heel staying completely flat. So we go to the right foot, which had a little bit more movement. You see it's not quite excessive as that one, but it's still a slight amount dropping to the inside. So you possibly could wear something slightly more structured than this. I'd say as a shoe, this keeps you more stable for a majority of the time. I think there's a little bit more flexibility on the ankle, whether you might have turned it a few times or, like you said, any sort of knee issue.
A million times playing football.
I mean, there's a lot more, as soon as this lands, there's a lot more flexibility in general, but once that lands, that heel's totally flat and it doesn't really adopt that lean inside that we've tended to see on that one most of the time. So out of the two, I'll definitely go with that. And if you're going to be doing predominantly more road running, a lot more gel in the unit, so a lot more cushioning, less force going through the joints and impact. So really good high mileage shoe if you ever venture into the high mileage.
Cool.